In a tranquil grove where sunlight filtered through the emerald leaves and the air was alive with the chatter of birds, there lived a wise old squirrel named Sage. Sage was known throughout the forest for his keen wit and his knack for planning ahead. One crisp autumn day, as the leaves began to turn golden and the air grew chilly, Sage set out on a mission. With determination in his heart, he scurried from tree to tree, gathering acorns with meticulous care. While other animals enjoyed the bounty of the season, Sage worked tirelessly, his eyes fixed on the future. As winter descended upon the forest with its icy grip, Sage retreated to his cozy burrow, where he began to carefully store his hoard of acorns. Each acorn was sorted and stacked with precision, forming a vast treasure trove that would sustain him through the cold months ahead. But Sage's foresight did not go unnoticed. One day, as he ventured out to gather more acorns, he encountered a young squirrel named Willow. Willow watched in awe as Sage worked, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Why do you gather so many acorns, Sage?" she asked, her voice filled with wonder. Sage paused for a moment, his gaze softening. "I gather them for the future, my dear Willow," he replied. "Winter may be harsh, but with enough foresight and planning, we can ensure that we have enough to eat and to share with others in need." Intrigued by Sage's wisdom, Willow joined him in gathering acorns, eager to learn from the wise old squirrel. Together, they worked side by side, their laughter mingling with the rustle of leaves as they filled their baskets with nature's bounty. As the days grew colder and the snow began to fall, Sage and Willow retreated to the warmth of Sage's burrow. There, they feasted on the acorns that Sage had so carefully hoarded, sharing stories and laughter as they huddled together by the fire. But Sage's hoard was not just for himself and Willow. Throughout the winter months, he shared his acorns with other creatures in need, offering them warmth and sustenance in the darkest of times. And as spring arrived, and the forest burst into bloom once more, Sage's generosity and foresight were celebrated by all. From that day on, Sage's hoard became a symbol of wisdom and kindness in the forest, a reminder that with careful planning and a generous heart, we can build a future filled with abundance and joy. And though the seasons may change and the winds may shift, the lessons learned from the wise old squirrel's hoard would endure for generations to come. In a meadow where wildflowers swayed and butterflies danced, there was a magical phenomenon that occurred every morning, the arrival of the tranquil morning dew, as the first light of dawn painted the sky with hues of pink and gold. Delicate droplets of dew formed on the petals of the flowers, glistening like tiny diamonds in the morning sun. Among the flowers in the meadow lived a young sprout named Willow. Willow had always admired the tranquil morning dew, fascinated by its ability to transform the world around it and bring new life to the meadow each day. One morning, as the tranquil morning dew settled gently upon the petals of the flowers, Willow felt a sense of excitement stirring within her. She longed to experience the magic of the dew firsthand and set out on a journey to find it. With each step she took, Willow marveled at the beauty of the meadow, taking in the sights and sounds of the awakening world around her. She felt a sense of wonder and possibility, knowing that each new day brought with it the promise of a fresh start. As Willow wandered deeper into the meadow, she encountered creatures of all shapes and sizes, from buzzing bees to chirping crickets, each one going about their morning routines with purpose and determination. Inspired by their energy, Willow felt a renewed sense of purpose fill her heart. Finally, as the sun rose high in the sky and the meadow was bathed in golden light, Willow stumbled upon a patch of flowers shimmering with the tranquil morning dew. With wide eyes and a joyful heart, she watched as the dewdrops danced upon the petals, sparkling like stars in the morning sky. In that moment, Willow realized that the tranquil morning dew was more than just a magical phenomenon. It was a symbol of hope and renewal, a reminder that each new day offered the opportunity for growth and transformation. With a newfound sense of clarity, Willow returned to her spot in the meadow, ready to embrace the day ahead with courage and determination. As the tranquil morning dew continued to work its magic around her, she knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, she would face them with grace and resilience. And as she watched the sun set on another day in the meadow, Willow felt a sense of gratitude wash over her. For in the gentle embrace of the tranquil morning dew, she had found not only the beauty of a new day, but the strength to embrace each moment with open arms and a hopeful heart. In a dense forest, where the trees stood tall and the leaves whispered secrets to the wind, there lived a wise old owl named Oliver. Oliver was known far and wide for his boundless wisdom and insatiable thirst for knowledge. His keen eyes could pierce through the darkness of night, and his hoot echoed through the treetops, a beacon of wisdom in the wilderness. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, a young squirrel named Sammy approached Oliver's tree. Curious and eager to learn, Sammy sought out the wise old owl, hoping to gain some insight into the mysteries of the world. Oliver greeted Sammy with a gentle hoot and invited him to sit beside him in the branches of the tree. With a twinkle in his eye, he shared tales of his many adventures and the knowledge he had gained along the way. "But how did you become so wise, Oliver?" Sammy asked, his eyes wide with wonder. Oliver chuckled softly and replied, "Oh, my dear friend, wisdom is not something that can be acquired in a single moment. It is a lifelong journey, filled with curiosity, exploration, and a willingness to learn from every experience." Inspired by Oliver's words, Sammy set out on a quest to seek knowledge wherever he could find it. He listened intently to the whispers of the wind, learned from the songs of the birds, and observed the patterns of the stars in the night sky. With each passing day, Sammy's understanding of the world grew, and he found joy in the pursuit of knowledge. He sought out the wisdom of the wise old owl, but he also learned from the creatures of the forest, from the ants that worked tirelessly to build their nests to the flowers that turned their faces towards the sun. As the seasons changed and the years passed, Sammy grew into a wise and knowledgeable squirrel, respected by all who knew him. And though he had learned much on his journey, he knew that there was always more to discover, for the pursuit of knowledge was a never-ending adventure, filled with wonder and possibility. And so, under the watchful gaze of the wise old owl, Sammy continued his quest for knowledge, seeking wisdom in every corner of the world and finding joy in the journey itself. For he knew that true wisdom lay not in the destination, but in the endless pursuit of understanding and the willingness to seek knowledge everywhere. In a cozy village nestled amidst rolling hills and golden fields, there was a tradition that brought joy to all who partook in it, the joyful harvest feast. This annual celebration marked the end of the harvest season, a time when the villagers came together to share their abundance with others. As the leaves turned from green to gold and the air filled with the scent of ripened fruits and vegetables, the villagers busied themselves preparing for the feast. They gathered in the fields, harvesting crops of corn, pumpkins, and apples, their laughter mingling with the rustle of leaves and the chirping of birds. Among the villagers was a kind-hearted baker named Mia. Mia's bakery was famous throughout the land for its delicious pies, made with the freshest ingredients from the harvest. But Mia's greatest joy came not from baking pies, but from sharing them with others. On the day of the joyful harvest feast, Mia worked tirelessly in her kitchen, rolling out dough and filling pies with sweet fruits and savory vegetables. The aroma of freshly baked pies filled the air, drawing villagers from far and wide to her bakery. But Mia didn't keep her pies for herself. Instead, she loaded them onto a cart and wheeled them to the village square, where the feast was set to take place. There, she joined her neighbors in laying out tables adorned with colorful tablecloths and bountiful displays of food. As the villagers gathered around the tables, their faces lit up with excitement and anticipation. They feasted on roasted vegetables, hearty stews, and freshly baked bread, their plates overflowing with the fruits of the harvest. But it was Mia's pies that stole the show, each one a masterpiece of flavor and texture, crafted with love and care. As the villagers savored every bite, they couldn't help but smile, their hearts warmed by Mia's generosity and the spirit of community that filled the air. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars twinkled overhead, the villagers lingered in the square, savoring the last moments of the feast. They laughed and danced, their spirits lifted by the joy of sharing abundance with others. And as they bid farewell to another harvest season, they knew that the true meaning of the joyful harvest feast lay not just in the food they shared, but in the bonds of friendship and the spirit of generosity that united them as one community, one family, under the golden glow of the harvest moon. In the heart of a lush forest, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind and the flowers danced in the sunlight, there flowed a cheerful brook known as the Laughing Brook. Its waters bubbled and gurgled with joy, spreading merriment throughout the woodland. The Laughing Brook was not just an ordinary stream. It possessed a magical quality that filled all who encountered it with laughter and happiness. Animals of all kinds would gather along its banks, drawn by the infectious mirth that emanated from its sparkling waters. One sunny morning, as the birds sang sweet melodies and the butterflies flitted among the wildflowers, a curious rabbit named Jasper stumbled upon the Laughing Brook. Jasper had never heard of such a merry stream and was intrigued by its jovial demeanor. As Jasper approached the Laughing Brook, he couldn't help but smile at the sight of its playful splashes and joyful ripples. With a twinkle in his eye, he dipped his paw into the cool water, feeling its refreshing touch against his fur. To Jasper's surprise, the Laughing Brook responded with a mischievous giggle, sending tiny droplets dancing into the air. Delighted by the unexpected encounter, Jasper laughed along with the brook, his laughter mingling with its own. From that day on, Jasper became a regular visitor to the Laughing Brook, finding solace and joy in its cheerful presence. He would spend hours playing along its banks, chasing dragonflies and splashing in its sparkling waters, his laughter echoing through the forest. As word of Jasper's newfound friendship with the Laughing Brook spread throughout the woodland, other animals began to join in the fun. Squirrels scampered along the branches, their tails twitching with excitement, while deer paused to drink from the brook's clear waters, their eyes twinkling with mirth. Together, the animals of the forest reveled in the joy of the Laughing Brook, finding laughter at every turn and spreading happiness wherever they went. And as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the Laughing Brook continued to flow with unabated merriment, a symbol of the joy that could be found in the simple pleasures of life. And though Jasper eventually grew old and passed on, his laughter lingered on the banks of the Laughing Brook, a testament to the enduring spirit of friendship and joy that had blossomed in its cheerful waters. And so, the Laughing Brook remained a beloved treasure of the forest, its laughter a reminder to all who encountered it to find joy in every moment and laughter at every turn. In the heart of a serene valley, nestled between towering mountains and lush forests, there stood a tranquil monastery. Its graceful spires reached towards the sky, while its peaceful gardens bloomed with vibrant flowers and fragrant herbs. Within the walls of the monastery lived a wise monk named Master Li. Master Li was renowned for his deep understanding of the world and his unwavering commitment to inner peace. He spent his days in quiet meditation, seeking harmony with the universe and guiding others on their own paths to enlightenment. One day, a troubled young traveler named Maya stumbled upon the monastery, her heart heavy with the burdens of the world. Seeking solace, she sought out Master Li, hoping to find answers to the questions that weighed upon her soul. Master Li welcomed Maya with open arms, sensing the turmoil that raged within her. He led her to a tranquil garden at the heart of the monastery, where the gentle murmur of a nearby stream and the rustling of leaves in the breeze filled the air with a sense of serenity. As Maya sat beside Master Li, he spoke softly, his voice like a soothing melody that calmed her restless mind. He taught her the art of mindfulness, showing her how to quiet her thoughts and find peace within the present moment. With each passing day, Maya immersed herself in the teachings of Master Li, learning to let go of her worries and fears and embrace the tranquility that surrounded her. She tended to the monastery gardens with care, finding joy in the simple act of nurturing life. As the weeks turned into months, Maya's heart grew lighter, and her spirit soared with newfound freedom. She realized that true inner peace could not be found in the external world but must be cultivated from within, like a seed planted in fertile soil. With Master Lee as her guide, Maya embarked on a journey of self-discovery, exploring the depths of her own consciousness and unlocking the secrets of the universe. She discovered that the key to inner peace lay in acceptance, gratitude, and love for oneself and for all beings. And as Maya stood beneath the stars one clear night, surrounded by the peaceful beauty of the monastery, she knew that she had found what she had been searching for all along, a sense of peace that transcended time and space, rooted in the eternal wisdom of the universe. From that day on, Maya became a beloved member of the monastery community, sharing the teachings of Master Lee with others who sought solace and guidance on their own paths to inner peace. And though she would always be a traveler at heart, her journey had led her home to the tranquil monastery, where the spirit of peace and enlightenment dwelled within every heart and every soul. In the crystal-clear waters of a shimmering sea, there lived a compassionate dolphin named Luna. Luna's heart was as vast as the ocean itself, filled with empathy and kindness for all creatures great and small. One sunny day, while frolicking among the waves, Luna noticed a turtle struggling to swim against the current. The turtle's shell was tangled in discarded fishing nets, and it thrashed helplessly in the water. Without hesitation, Luna swam to the turtle's side, her gentle eyes filled with concern. With nimble fins, she carefully untangled the nets, freeing the turtle from its snare. The grateful turtle paddled away, its heart filled with gratitude for Luna's kindness. Word of Luna's compassion spread throughout the sea, and creatures from far and wide sought her help in times of need. She rescued stranded fish, guided lost seahorses back to their families, and comforted injured seals with her soothing presence. But Luna's greatest challenge came one stormy night when a pod of whales became stranded in a treacherous cove. The waves crashed against the rocky cliffs, and the cries of the distressed whales echoed through the darkness. Undeterred by the raging storm, Luna sprang into action. With determination in her heart, she led the whales to safety, guiding them through the treacherous waters with her keen sense of direction and unwavering courage. As the storm clouds parted and the sea calmed once more, the grateful whales gathered around Luna, their massive forms towering over her like gentle giants. With tears of joy in their eyes, they thanked Luna for her bravery and compassion, knowing that without her guidance, they would have been lost forever. From that day on, Luna became known as the compassionate dolphin, a symbol of hope and kindness in the vast expanse of the sea. And though her adventures took her to distant shores and uncharted waters, she never forgot the importance of helping those in need and the difference that a single act of compassion could make in the lives of others. Once upon a time, on a sunny beach where the waves gently kissed the shore, there stood a Zen sandcastle, its towers reaching towards the endless sky. And like other sandcastles that were hastily built and quickly washed away by the tide, this sandcastle was crafted with patience and purpose. At the heart of the Zen sandcastle was a young boy named Kai. Kai had always been captivated by the art of sandcastle building, but he longed to create something more than just a temporary structure. He wanted to build a masterpiece that would stand the test of time. With a bucket and spade in hand, Kai set to work, carefully shaping each grain of sand with precision and care. He worked slowly, allowing the sandcastle to take shape organically, like a sculptor shaping clay into a work of art. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars twinkled overhead, Kai continued to build, his focus unwavering. He added intricate details to the sandcastle, carving delicate patterns into the walls and decorating the towers with seashells and driftwood. Day after day, Kai returned to the beach, his determination unwavering. With each passing hour, the Zen sandcastle grew taller and more majestic, its beauty a testament to Kai's patience and perseverance. But one stormy night, as dark clouds gathered on the horizon and the wind howled through the dunes, Kai feared that his beloved sandcastle would be washed away by the raging sea. He watched helplessly as the waves crashed against the shore, threatening to destroy all that he had worked so hard to create. Just when all seemed lost, a wise old turtle named Taro appeared from the depths of the ocean. With a calm and steady voice, Taro reminded Kai of the importance of patience and resilience in the face of adversity. "Dear Kai," Taro whispered, "just as the waves shape the shore, so too do the challenges we face shape our character. Embrace the ebb and flow of life, and remember that true strength lies in your ability to rebuild and adapt." With renewed determination, Kai vowed to protect his sandcastle from the fury of the storm. He reinforced the walls and fortified the towers, his hands working tirelessly against the relentless onslaught of the waves. And when the storm finally passed and the sun rose once more, Kai stood proudly beside the Zen sandcastle, its towers still standing tall against the azure sky. Though weathered and worn by the storm, the sandcastle remained a symbol of Kai's resilience and unwavering spirit. From that day on, the Zen sandcastle became a beacon of inspiration for all who visited the beach, a reminder that with patience, perseverance, and a steadfast belief in one's dreams, anything is possible. And though the tides may rise and fall, the spirit of the sandcastle and the lessons learned from its creation would endure for generations to come. In a corner of the world where the mountains kissed the sky and the rivers sang sweet melodies, there lay a forest unlike any other. This was the Whispering Pine Forest, a place of serene beauty and tranquil whispers. Within the depths of the Whispering Pine Forest stood a wise old pine tree named Atlas, with roots that stretched deep into the earth and branches that reached towards the heavens. Atlas was the guardian of the forest, its silent sentinel of peace and serenity. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars emerged one by one, the Whispering Pine Forest came alive with a symphony of whispers. The pine trees swayed gently in the breeze, their needles rustling softly as if sharing secrets with the night. One moonlit night, a young fox named Finn ventured into the Whispering Pine Forest in search of solace. Troubled by the worries of the world, he longed to find peace amidst the tranquil whispers of the trees. Guided by the soft glow of fireflies, Finn stumbled upon Atlas, the wise old pine tree. Sensing his distress, Atlas beckoned Finn closer, his voice a gentle breeze that stirred the air. "Fear not, young one," Atlas whispered, his voice as soothing as a lullaby. "In the heart of the Whispering Pine Forest, you will find the secrets of serenity." With Atlas as his guide, Finn embarked on a journey of self-discovery through the Whispering Pine Forest. He listened to the whispers of the trees, each one sharing its own wisdom and insight. He felt the cool earth beneath his paws and the gentle touch of the wind upon his fur, finding solace in the embrace of nature. As the night wore on, Finn's worries began to melt away, replaced by a sense of peace and contentment. He realized that true serenity could be found not in the chaos of the outside world, but in the quiet moments of reflection and connection with the world around him. With the dawn of a new day, Finn emerged from the Whispering Pine Forest, his heart light and his spirit renewed. He carried with him the secrets of serenity that he had discovered within its depths, knowing that no matter what challenges lay ahead, he could always find solace in the whispers of the trees. And as he journeyed home, guided by the gentle whispers of the Whispering Pine Forest, Finn knew that he would carry its secrets with him always, a reminder of the peace and tranquility that could be found in the quiet embrace of nature's serenity. In the vast expanse of the sky, where the sun painted hues of gold and pink upon the horizon, there floated a contented cloud named Cotton. And like other clouds that rushed and rumbled across the heavens, Cotton drifted with a sense of purpose and tranquility. Each day, as the sun rose to greet the world, Cotton would awaken from its slumber and begin its journey across the sky. With each gentle breeze, it would glide gracefully, casting a soft shadow upon the earth below. One day, as Cotton floated high above a bustling town, it noticed a young girl named Emily gazing up at the sky with wonder in her eyes. Emily had always dreamed of reaching for the stars, but she felt tethered to the ground by the weight of her worries and fears. Sensing Emily's longing, Cotton drifted closer, its form taking on the shape of a wise old owl. With a soft voice like a gentle breeze, it spoke to Emily, offering words of encouragement and guidance. "Dear Emily, Cotton whispered, "Just as I drift with purpose across the sky, so too must you find your own path in life. Trust in the journey, and you will find the courage to soar to new heights." Inspired by Cotton's wisdom, Emily felt a newfound sense of determination stirring within her. With a smile on her face and a lightness in her heart, she set out to pursue her dreams, knowing that with each step she took, she was drifting closer to her true purpose. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Emily's journey led her to new adventures and discoveries. She faced challenges along the way, but she never lost sight of the wisdom imparted by the contented cloud that had guided her on her path. And as Cotton continued to drift across the sky, casting its shadow upon the earth below, it watched with pride as Emily blossomed into the person she was meant to be, a shining example of what could be achieved when one drifted with purpose and embraced the journey of life with an open heart. From that day on, the contented cloud and the courageous girl shared a special bond, their spirits intertwined like wisps of mist in the sky. And though their paths may have diverged, they would always be connected by the lessons learned and the dreams shared beneath the vast expanse of the heavens.